Hello Capricorn, welcome to your May reading and welcome to my channel. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment and hit the notification button. As you can see, we already have a card, and that's the card that came out for the month of May when I was doing your yearly reading, which you want to see in case you haven't seen it yet. I'll link it here. And I like the Page of Swords, because the Page of Swords is very playful, very light. This signifies some sort of openness in communicating. So, I hope this is you taking it easy this month, like opening up, starting to open up. Maybe, after these restrictions, things are opening up, so the sky is blue, the wind is blowing, and then you are feeling well. For me, this signifies as well, like physical health, feeling well physically, doing something physically. But let's see, what else do we get? Oh man, we still get the Nine of Cups here again for you. I think I've seen this card last month too. So it's interesting because, like, you are there in the middle of something, at the end of something. We have like 9, 9, 8 and the Page of Swords, but like in the middle of the reading, it's the Nine of Cups, and we had the Nine of Cups last month too. And for me, the Nine of Cups, it's first of all the Bachelor's Cup. The Bachelor's card. It's the card of a person who is emotionally satisfied with what they have achieved, and it's sort of proud, but it's a little bit card of arrogance too. So I always like to talk about that, like, trying not to get caught by all the things that you have achieved, because like this moment, it's a little bit difficult moment, because yes, you have achieved something, but there is more there. So it's not like you can stay here, you can enjoy this, you can be thankful and grateful, but then it's good to move on from this kind of situation. Anyway, the Nine of Cups is as well a wish fulfillment. It's like a moment of fresh air, as I was saying here. Like maybe there is something this month coming your way, and it will give you some sort of satisfaction. And I really feel like that, because like the Nine of Cups, it's here surrounded by two cards which are a little bit of heavy energy. First of all is the Eight of Cups, which is before the Nine of Cups. So in that sense, this placement, it's here a little bit more special than last time, because the Nine of Cups does not come out of the blue. Like this position that you have achieved right now, it's happening because you have been able to leave something behind, something emotionally behind. It's sort of like you are growing emotionally this month, and you are moving from a place which was not so pleasant, and you had to leave. It's like the Eight of Cups, it's like you have to leave. It's a decision that one makes not with pleasure, but it's like life, it's forcing you to move on, or like situations are forcing you to move on emotionally, and it is good. you know, because then like after the Eight of Cups follows the Nine of Cups, which is like that sort of, maybe that sort of satisfaction of feeling that you have been moving on, you know, just the ability to move on, it's satisfying for some of us. And it's an emotional growth what it's happening here, you know. But you have to use this Nine of Cups moment now to open up, to communicate, to go out there, to start something, like even to start something for yourself, like maybe going to the gym or starting a new training, because like the Page of Swords is this very energetic card, physical training. So it means like getting engaged with something, getting involved with something, opening up, dating, communicating, playing. It's a playful card. It's not a very serious card, let's say. It's more like, you know, training for something. And opening up communication and starting to enjoy yourself and starting to enjoy the environment. Because the Nine of Cups, yes, it's nice, you know, like you moved on from that sort of emotional, difficult situation, but like you can't stay here enclosed by yourself and just being proud that you moved on. Because the trap here with that kind of situation, like the Nine of Cups, like you can feel like this during the day, but then like the night comes and then you know, you're still alone, and then you move from your emotions into your mental space, and then it starts getting anxious again. That's why it's important to have this, to start let things in your life. And how do you do that? By opening up yourself and by communicating and by you initiating those kind of things, like going out, talking to people, meeting people, going into new places, starting some new activity and enjoying it, like connecting to yourself. Because there is that possibility that like sort of, you know, when it becomes a little bit dark or when night falls, then you can fall again into that trap. And there is something here about the future, like it's like you have to enjoy the moment right now where you are, because like if you start thinking about the future, it becomes difficult because you can't see it right now, and that's what makes you anxious. But like if you stick to what's happening right now, right here, today, this week, this month, then you will feel very joyful and you will feel very open. But like if you start thinking about the future, it's like, oh my god, like don't, be aware not to think about the future, and to think a little bit as well about what happened, you know, because like always have to think here about the Nine of Swords. There is like this image here under the bed, so there is like some sort of fight, there are like people fighting, and there is somebody being sort of defeated, so there is like something like a sort of like a bad dream, let's say, you know. And it's interesting here because like we have here a fighter, and we have here the Page of Swords, which is a fighter too, but like he's not fighting right now, he is just training and he's enjoying. So he's using his sword for a good reason, not for a bad reason. He's using it not to fight with people or to battle, but it's like using it as a tool that empowers him in the moment and gives him the possibility just to train and to communicate. So try not to go back there, because like that's over with this Eight of Cups. You have left things behind. So look straight here. Don't look back and don't look too much in the future, because that might get you into an anxious situation. And it's a little bit weird. I mean, it's not weird, but like I mean, this is a good month for you, because like we are in Taurus season, and Taurus, it's an earth sign, so it's connects more to your energy. But like what you are dealing with this month right now, the cards that we have gotten are cups, which is emotion, and swords, which are thoughts. Beautiful. So, you know, try to get the best of those two things in this month, of thoughts and of emotions, and just more swords here. Yeah, like it's a difficult month in terms of thinking, so be aware of it. Be aware of your mental space. And that's here, like I love here the Page of Swords, because like the Page of Swords, it's taking it easy, it's cutting through with ease through whatever happens around. Don't take things seriously this month, and don't take anything seriously what happened in the past or what you left behind, you know. But be aware as well of this sort of attitude, because it's a little bit difficult, this one, you know, when one sits there in front of you with hands crossed like this, it's not very open. It means like, yes, I'm good where I am and I don't need anything, and it's not true. We all need more. So, you know, like, be open. Okay, accept that emotional healing, that emotional growth, but like, be open. And here, like, in order to be open, you need to be courageous. And we have here the Page of Swords, and underneath we have the Queen of Swords. So there is a queen here in the bottom of your reading. So, you know, that sort of easiness on the outside in communication, that is sort of grounded from a decision, from a thoughtful decision to, you know, to decide, like, especially here, to decide to move on. Because it's the Queen of Swords, it's underneath the Eight of Cups. It's like, it's a clear decision to move on. And there is no turning back, and there is no shaking, shakiness in this. And the Queen, it's like, I love the Queen, because the Queen is, she understands, it's a feminine energy, but it's like the Queen of Swords, it's probably the most masculine of the queens. But she's like, she doesn't take decisions rashly, just like that, and then communicate it to the world. She you know, she has been thinking about it. She has been understanding it emotionally, and then mentally. And then it's a clear decision to move on and to cut through the clouds, and it's a communication, you know, she communicates to the Queen of Swords. She's not like a fighter. She held that sword in her hand just to show her power, but actually she has like that open hand, so she's communicative, very communicative. And like, what she's opened toward, or what she's communicating toward or looking toward, it's the Wheel of Fortune. And I love the Wheel of Fortune here in this reading, because the Wheel of Fortune is like what I was saying here, like, try not to think too much in the future and not much in the past, but like, look directly, and, you know, like, accept that you can't see now. Like, the Wheel of Fortune is just, it's a very interesting card because it's like you have to believe in fate right now. You have to leave it open right now, what's coming next and what's there for you. I mean, you are an ambition sign, but since this year, my reading for you has been a little bit about love and relationship, because probably you're doing good in terms of jobs. Like Capricorn is mostly doing good when it comes to job, when it comes to resources. So here it's like emotions right now. And when it comes to those emotions, when it comes to those two issues of your heart, like right now you have to leave it open and you have to believe, and you have like this beautiful number 10 here, the Wheel of Fortune. It's a major arcana. It's like something, it's happening, something has to happen, and you have to prepare yourself for it. You know, you have to like sort of open up, go out there and be open and be approachable and show yourself, but with a playful and funny energy. And things will happen, because like the Wheel of Fortune signifies that there is something, like there is like even like this entire journey, it's part of destiny. So the Wheel of Fortune, it's turning now, and you can't be in that mode, because when you be in that mode, you can't see what's happening around you, what the Wheel of Fortune is bringing, what the fate is bringing for you. That's why you need to be like this, like very open, very ready. You have to be ready. You have to be ready for that, you know, for that nice battle. Like to show up. Because the Wheel of Fortune is turning and things are coming your way. We just don't know it. It's, you never know with the Wheel of Fortune what's coming, but it means that, you know, it's a moment right now in May where you need a sort of openness, and you need to leave some things unplanned and just risk a little bit and go out and take some new, try some new things, because like even with the Wheel of Fortune, it's like these characters here around the wheel, they are doing something totally different. So it's like distancing yourself a little bit from something which has been going on, like from a routine. Let's say get out of that routine and do something new. And this is a conscious decision, you know, like the Queen of Swords is like consciously directing herself and saying, okay, like this month I will just, you know what, I will just take it as it comes, and I will just go there, be there, do this thing, and have no expectations whatsoever, and just try things out. And it's important for you as a Capricornian to have those moments in your life, like those moments of fresh air, because you end up planning everything. Because you want, you know, you have those goals and you have those plans, and then you, before you understand, you've planned everything and nothing is sort of happening. So this month, be a little bit more careless when it comes to your private life, not when it comes to work. Maybe in work as well you can be a little bit more experimental, but more when it comes to your private life. And you know, you have to do things your own right now. Like even maybe with your friends, it's a little bit tricky, because it's a bit like, it's like the old game that it's being repeated and it's being played, and you're almost, you know, you always win that sort of game. So it's time to do something new here. And maybe you have to do it alone, because maybe some people don't want to come with you or don't want to play with you, like your friends, or I don't know, the group of people around you. So you have to do it alone this time. But just be aware that this decision comes first as an emotional understanding. Like you do this emotional moving on because you understand, you're growing emotionally. It's not like controlling, like, okay, now because that thing didn't work, now I'll do this and I'll do that and I'll do that and I don't care. No, it's not that. It comes from an acceptance. Okay, things are like they are. Situation was not good. I'm moving on to somewhere else. And the decision to open up is as well comes from an acceptance point of view and not from like, okay, now I don't give an F and I'm just going out there and I'm drinking and I'm losing myself. No, it's not that kind of openness. It's more like an airy openness, like just opening your vision. Okay, you guys, I hope you liked it. Leave a comment and please donate if you want to so that I can keep this reading free. See you next month. Bye.